Hello everyone, welcome to Be a Geek. So this is our first video of the SQL tutorial series. In this series, we will learn SQL starting from the basics and gradually moving into advanced topics. So here we have our first question, basic select question on HackerRank. Let's read out the question. So here in the question we have a city table. This city table contains information about different cities around the world. The table has five fields: ID, name, country code, district, and population. Let's go through each field. So ID is of type number, meaning the ID column in the city table is used to store data of type numeric. Then we have field name. Name is used to hold the data of type varchar. So let's understand this varchar. What does this represent? So varchar stands for variable character string. It is used to store the data of type text like names, codes, or descriptions. And the number which we have written in the brackets, it is used to represent the length, the maximum length of the characters that can be stored in that column. So if I am writing varchar 17, it means that I can store a word or a sentence that is up to 17 character long. It cannot go beyond the length that we have mentioned in the brackets. So if we look here, we have a field name which is of type varchar. So meaning we can store this string in this field, and the maximum length of characters is 17. Then we have field country code. It is used to hold the data of the code of country, like we have given also in question the country code for America is USA. So here we store the country codes, and the maximum length of the characters stated here is 3. Then we have district, which is also used to hold the data of varchar type, and the maximum length here is 20. Then we have population, and the data type is same as ID, that is numeric. So in our DB, this city table is stored in a way like this. We have these five columns in the table, and the ID is used to store the data of type numeric. Same for the population, it is used to store the data of type numeric. Then we have name, country code, and district. Now we have to use the SQL to extract data from this table, which is stored in our DB on basis of the conditions that we have in our question. So first read out the conditions on what basis we have to retrieve the data. Then we see that how to write a query to get the data from the DB. So we need all columns from the city table with population larger than 1 lakh, and the city must be an American city. So to write a SQL query, we start from the select clause. This select clause is used to fetch data from a database. With the help of select, we tells the database which column we want to fetch. So if we just suppose from the city table, if I would like to fetch a column ID or column name, so I write it like this: select ID, comma, name. And if I have to get all the columns from the table, so instead of writing the name of all the columns, I can simply just write select star. So also in our question, it is mentioned that we need to retrieve all columns. So to select all columns, we have to write select star. Then we have from clause. This from clause is used to specify the table from which we want to get our data. So here our table name is city. So we want data from table named city. Here in the question we just have a single table, but in DB we have multiple tables, and in from we mention which particular table we are using or we are working on, from which we want the data. So this is the syntax of from table. We just write from and then we write the table name. Then we have where clause. So where clause help us to filter records based on a condition. For example, select star. So we are selecting all columns from table named city where country code equals to USA. So this is how we write the condition. In where clause, we use conditions with the help of conditional operators like equal to, not equal to. Not equal to can be represented in this way, or we can also write this to represent the non-equal. Then we have greater than, smaller than, greater than equal to, smaller than equal to. We have like operator, in and between. So these are the operators that we use in our where condition to filter out the data. Okay, so here what conditions we have in our question? First of all, the city must be American city. So where, to get the American city, we have to apply filter on which column. This is the first step. First, we have to identify on which column we have to apply the condition. So if we want American cities, we have to apply conditions on country code. So country code for America is USA. It is given. So we want the country code equal to USA. Now we also have one more condition in our question, that is the population of the city that we are fetching from the database, from the city table, must have population larger than 1 lakh. So here, to combine multiple conditions in our where clause, we use the logical operators. We have three logical operators: AND operator, OR, and NOT operator. So we use logical operators to combine multiple conditions inside the where clause. So we use AND operator when we want all our conditions must be true. We use OR operator when we want that if any of the condition be true, we get the data from the table. So at least one condition must be true in case of OR operator. We use NOT operator to negate the condition. So if I am writing select star from city where not country code equal to USA, so it returns me the rows from the table which doesn't have the country code equal to USA. So not is just basically used to negate the conditions. So here in our question, we want that the city must be an American city, and we also want that the population must be greater than 1 lakh. So here we use AND operator. Now we apply the second filter, that is the population. So our information related to the population is stored in the column with the same name in our city table, that is population, and we are applying condition on the same column. So population greater than 1 lakh.
So let's run the code. So here all test cases have passed successfully, and in the output, if we see, we have the rows where all the cities are USA. So all cities are American cities, and the population for each city is greater than 1 lakh. Now let's submit the code. Yes, so code is submitted successfully. So that's it for today's question. I hope you understand the logic and approach clearly. You can copy the complete code from the link given in the description. It's there to make your practice easier. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel for more such SQL problems. We will meet in another video for SQL with a new question and a fresh approach.